Hello, my name is Rigoberto Garza, and I will be presenting on our final assessment. Um, so for my introduction, I chose to do a assessment of a program called the Three Good Things, which is basically a positive psychological intervention that students were to practice every day over a 16-week period, about the length of a semester. And at the end, I was going to do a survey and have them answer a questionnaire as to how their depressive symptoms have either increased or decreased over the um, time frame. So I my method was random selection. I had a survey that I sent out around campus and had students answer questionnaires. And primarily, the reason for the questionnaires was to have them screen for serious psychological conditions. So, if they were having major depression or suicidal ideation, that would screen in, and we would take proper measures at that time. Um, so after doing the screening process, I came up with 712 students that were across 3 state colleges. I was able to separate the students into 2 different population samples. Um, Sample one was the control group, and sample two was the group that received the Three Good Things intervention. All the participants were just willfully participating, and they were selected randomly, as stated before. Um, the results were interesting. There were little to no positive or negative differences in the 2 populations. Um, in other words, it was inconclusive. There was insufficient data. Therefore, um, it wasn't statistically significant. Um, both affect positive and negative affect increased and decreased at different intervals of time, and the positive affect of the information of the intervention, appeared to gradually decrease over time. And conversely, the control group, there were times in which showed no difference at any time. So the negative affect differences also had little data to be able to correlate to whether they went up or down. Uh, so one thing that's important to remember is that other studies did not only focus on previous participants that may have had mild depression tendencies, but they also were from other samples. What I mean is college students tend to have a higher amount of depressive tendencies, mainly because of anxiety due to having to turn in assignments or classes or financial struggles. So there's certain aspects of the study that that my screening process didn't take into account that may have been a part of that. Um, in analysis, throughout my research and the data analyzing the study, I was able to find that there is still much research that needs to be done on positive psychological interventions. All of my research seemed to suggest that cultivating and promoting positive affect was a benefit of alleviating negative emotions. This is also proven in other studies that increase subjective well-being and decreasing negative depressive tendencies amongst college students. Although my findings of the study proved to be inconclusive, having a larger sample might yield better results. At the very least, the results of the study serve to expand the scope of insight into this intervention and may one day be applied to colleges all over the United States. Thank you for listening to my presentation. Have a good day.